We need to talk about the camera on the Redmi K30 Pro.
Now, like many of you guys, when I watched the press conference for the Redmi K30 Pro, I didn't understand Mandarin, and all of the translation and all the information I got was coming from news outlets and sources. And a lot of news outlets and sources have been unclear with their translation of what was said in the press conference. And it said that they were adding a telephoto camera with OIS. They didn't clarify that they were adding OIS to the main sensor and that the main sensor was unstabilized. So I want to get that out of the way, that the K30 Pro non-zoom does not have OIS on the main sensor. Now, this is disappointing, but it's important to know this for a couple of specific reasons. First is that if you want to shoot low light photos, the K30 Pro zoom is going to take better low light photos. The second thing to note is that the Redmi K30 Pro non-zoom has EIS. But just like we've seen on all of Xiaomi's previous devices, there's no 4K 60 with EIS, even though this device has a Snapdragon 865, even though other devices with the Snapdragon 855 supported 4K with EIS. The Xiaomi devices at this point don't even support 1080p 60 OIS, and that just has to do with stabilization and reading out sensor data and doing the computational math that's needed essentially for the real-time OIS, whereas other companies don't have OIS and then they just use gyroscope data after the fact to stabilize it in post. That would be a workaround for Xiaomi, but we don't have that. The other thing to note, other than taking low light photos, is that even if you have 4K 30 with EIS on this device, you are going to see jitters and you're going to see video artifacting because the device is having to do the video stabilization in real time. Let me show you what I mean. Now, I've done a couple other moving, walking tests with the Redmi K30 Pro with the EIS and the stabilization on, but the video signal that's coming out of it is not as clean as it could be because there's an extra layer of data processing that's going on with it. Another thing to note is that when you are trying to get the most out of this camera and you are trying to shoot log, which is a flat color profile, which I'm shooting at right now. I'll show you guys what it looks when it comes out of the camera. As you guys can see, it's gray and kind of washed out. Let's go back to it being nice and beautiful. We don't have 4K 60 with log. So we have what could be a really powerful Xiaomi device without any of these benefits. So what I said last year when I said that the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro was going to be one of the best deals that you could get for a camera, that still holds true. The Redmi Note 10 is still less expensive than the Xiaomi Mi 10. It's about the same price, if not a little bit cheaper than the Redmi K30 Pro, but it adds 5 cameras, 2 with OIS, and the cameras are really good quality. Obviously, you take a hit in processor, but I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I hope you guys appreciate me taking time out of working on other video projects to give you guys this little PSA. Know what you're buying before you buy it. This isn't the fault of Xiaomi. Till next time, wash your fucking hands, stay safe. Peace.